Hi everyone, and welcome back to Svetlana's Corner. My name is Svetlana and I'm a vice president of a nonprofit called We Got This, where we advocate for prison reform. We advocate for people that need help, whether they're inside gated community or on the outside of it. Today I'm doing another video under our little subtopic called the flip side. This is where we shine the light on the other side of corrections, those that work inside correctional facilities, so the public knows what goes on in there and where their hard-earned tax dollars are going into. So today I want to talk to you about somebody very important, Commissioner Angel Quiros. He's the man that's in charge of Connecticut Department of Correction. That's right, he runs the entire department. But what does he do on the job? Does the commissioner actually commit crimes while in his office during work time on your money? Well, join me in this video and find out.
I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Alright, so a lot of rumors have been going around about Commissioner Angel Quiros. Now let me double back a little bit. Angel Quiros has been working for the Connecticut Department of Corrections for over 30 years. He's not new to the job. He's quite a seasoned officer. He's been a correctional officer. He's risen up the ranks. He's been going up that ladder for a long time. Basically, you as the taxpayers have been paying him for a long time. Now, some people have different descriptions of him. I don't like going into rumors, but so I'm going to say alleged. Many people I've talked to said they have heard of it, have known about it, have seen it. Now, these are not people that are just incarcerated. These are also people that have worked with him, people that have personally known him, but I'm still going to go with alleged. Now, Commissioner Quiros, according to a lot of stuff I found online, has been well known to use his government phone, because he's giving that phone for the job. So he's using his work phone to allegedly message his girlfriend. Yes, this man has been married for many years. He's a devoted husband and father. Apparently, he spends a lot of time at work messaging his girlfriend. She's somebody that works with him, and I'm only going to say the name Ashley. I'm not going to go into the last names. That's just not something I do. So allegedly, Mr. Quiros does spend a significant time having fun conversations with his girlfriend, his co-worker, or I guess she's not really his co-worker because she works for him. So he's her superior, and yet he's been cheating on his wife, which is well known to those who work with him, and definitely well known to those incarcerated, because, well, prisoners are very good at this. They see things that everybody thinks they hide well. Those that are incarcerated are very observant, but like I said, I also talked to those that might have worked there with Mr. Quiros for years as well. So again, allegedly, Mr. Quiros is having inappropriate relations to somebody who works underneath him. Literally. No pun intended, but that has been a long-standing statement that's been circulating the internet or the gossip world for a long time. The recent one is that Mr. Quiros has also sent pictures of his genitals to a minor, to a 12-year-old girl. Now, I'm not going to say whether this minor is somebody that might be a daughter of his girlfriend or a completely different minor. I can't say that. Not until I see any charges and official statement. But Allegedly, that is the current information circling around, that Commissioner Quiros runs one of the biggest departments of corrections of this country. But somehow he has time to allegedly have sexual conversations with a coworker or with a staff member. And now he also has time to send photos of his little soldier to a minor. Now, if he was a guy on the street, we would all think that he should be prosecuted. He should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law, just like anybody else who is showing pictures to a minor. Now, cheating on your wife is not a crime. That just tells you that he's not such a nice guy. But many men might cheat on their wife. I'm not okay with it, but that's beside the point. However, if you are sending those photos to a minor, you should be behind bars. You should be prosecuted with those charges and sitting in those cells. We say that the bad guys are inside those cells. The good guys are the ones working there. The good guys are walking down those halls, those tiers. The good guys are making decisions as to what should be done about the prisoners. Are the good guys supposed to be sending pictures of themselves, of their private parts, to anyone? Whether it is somebody they work with, whether it's a minor, or even if it's their wife during work time. You're paying this man to work. Your tax dollars are going towards his salary. I don't think that's in his contract. That's not what he's paid to do. So even if what he's doing with a minor, we're going to say is alleged, because everybody's going to say there's no proof of it, and I agree with that. So even if we say, okay, that's just alleged, that hasn't been proven, all right, but he shouldn't be doing anything on his work phone except working. And obviously, if people have heard him on that phone not doing work conversations, then it's already not okay. Commissioner Quiros has been described as a lot of things. I haven't heard anybody describe him as a nice guy, as somebody that's reasonable, that's easy to work with. He's been described as a difficult person to work with. I've never worked with him. I don't know. All I know is every time I message him, he does not reply. He says he cares about those that are incarcerated. He wants to improve conditions. The fact is, when I email him about something that I know he's supposed to have done, a paper he has supposed to have signed but hasn't, and I would like to know why, he doesn't respond. So I don't have a high opinion of this man just based on the actions I have seen him display towards me. But that's my personal opinion. Again, this is the flip side of corrections. What happens inside those units, inside those gates, inside those offices. This is the top of Connecticut's Department of Corrections. This is as high as that administration goes. If anybody is using their work phone for any purposes other than work, and especially if they're using it to cheat on their wife, to send pictures of their private parts to a minor, this should not be somebody running the department. This should not be somebody deciding what happens to the people incarcerated, what happens to your loved one if you have somebody living there. Because he's not a good example of what corrections should be. Again, maybe this is all alleged, but when there's smoke, there's fire. And when there's been that much smoke over the years, I don't know. It does make you wonder. Those rumors come from somewhere. Those allegations are coming from somewhere. But of course, if there was an allegation about me, you, anybody in the free world, we'd have police at our door asking questions. Nobody's asking questions from Mr. Quiros. At least nobody's admitting to be asking questions, because they don't put that stuff on the news. They bury that stuff. I hope that this is just alleged, but I don't know. And I hope that we're not paying for Mr. Quiros to expose himself to minors. You vote with your tax dollars. Make sure you're not paying for somebody to be doing that. Your money could be spent better elsewhere. Maybe think about those that are running the institutions, that are working in the institutions. They're not less innocent. They just haven't been proven guilty, or they just haven't been charged because, well, they bury that kind of stuff. They hide behind each other. They help each other cover things up. That happens more than you think. If you like these kind of videos, please hit the subscribe button, because I'd love to see you on my next one. Have a good day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.